I was at an event with young people. Matter of fact, it was little Mr. and Miss Cherry Blossom, and one of the contestants, they had to show some talent. So this, his name is Walden, and he's Phil Walden's a great nephew, I believe, Jessica Walden's son. So when he was doing his talent, no, it was his interview. He said he knew some songs. So the interviewer asked him, "Well, you sing a song," and then I guess he's 5. He said, "Tutti frutti, oh Rudy." So here you go with a 5-year-old that's familiar with one of Little Richard's song, and he could sing it, "Tutti frutti, oh Rudy." And I thought that bespeaks of the prominence and the familiarity of Little Richard and the impact that he had not only on Macon, Georgia, but on the world. So I thought it would not be robbery to give him his due, although we have given a lot of recognition for him. But I think we can't give him enough. So today, I have with me Miss Tedra Huston, who's the executive director of the Little Richard House. And if I got that wrong, she'll correct me. But there are so many good things going on in Pleasant Hill with the Little Richard House, not just a museum for Little Richard, but there are other things with organizations that are connected to the Little Richard House one way or the other that's going on in this historical community. And I know I'm being kind of long, Tedra, but I just want to say that Pleasant Hill is extremely important to the community. I remember when all my teachers, the principals and the doctors and everybody lived in Pleasant Hill. So it has a rich historical heritage. And I'm so glad that there are efforts underway to kind of memorialize and familiarize and educate, the community on the importance of Pleasant Hill. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Haversham. And as I said, I have with me today Miss Tedra Huston, whom I have, JD, whom I have known for quite some time. And let me just say that I am very, very happy with you and proud of all of the good things that are going, all of the initiatives and the programs that are going on in Pleasant Hill, so the entire community can be more familiar with what's going on. But tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Havisham, and thank you so much for having me out today. You're always so supportive over all these years and have just been a great mentor to me, so thank you so much. A little bit of background about myself. I'm originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but I was born to military parents, so I've traveled all over the world, lived overseas, and my parents retired in Augusta, Georgia. And I came to Macon in '99 to go to Mercer for my undergraduate in criminal justice and sociology. Left, went back to Augusta to run a bonding company, and decided to go to law school in 2006 and came back to Macon, where I finished my law degree at Mercer in 2009 and decided to stay in Macon because I love it here. It has a lot of the work that I want to do because my heart is with working in the community. And I'm just blessed to be able to do that now.
And you got how many kids?
Yes, so I'm a boy mom. I have 4 sons, 3 biological and 1 adopted, and my daughter Maya. So we have a house full of football players, baseball players, swimming, everything. So we stay pretty active. We gotta, we do a lot of gardening. That's our new pastime during COVID. Right. So excited to get the fruits of our labor from that. So
I want to do a later show on gardening because I think that that's an approach to improving the community and what you call it, food deficiency or whatever you call it.
Yes.
And take care of the food deficiency in the community. I see, every time I write, and I got an acre backyard, Tedra.
Oh.
So, we're going to do another show on gardening and encourage people to plant gardens. I'm sure that there are entities and organizations that will help with that. So I want to do another show on that at a later date. Now let's talk about Pleasant Hill
Okay.
and the Little Richard House. So what's going on over there, girl? Y'all, I see you in the news, and I see where you getting support from different entities.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what y'all doing.
Okay, so it's a whirlwind going on right now. So just to kind of go down a few things. So at the Little Richard House. So as many people may know or may not know, we are working at Little Richard's childhood home that was on Fifth Avenue in Pleasant Hill. When the 1675 came through and was dividing Pleasant Hill many years ago, a mitigation deal was thought of to go ahead and when they moved his house to make it into a site where it could be not only a museum to him, but also a resource center for not only Pleasant Hill, but for the Macon community. And so that's the part of the mitigation deal, which I'll go into more of that later on. But in the house, we have an area where we, kind of focus just on Little Richard, looking at his pictures. His family was gracious enough before we opened to come in and talk to us about who slept where and what was where in the house. And we've had so many people come in and just talk about how they remember Little Richard growing up. We've also had people from all over the world, from Sweden, from New York, from Germany, everywhere, who wanted to come in just to walk the halls that he once walked. So it's been an exciting year and a half. Something that we do outside of just the museum part of it is that we do host a resource center, which was really important to the community during that mitigation deal. And so for the resource part of it, we have computers, we have internet there. We help people come in, do their resumes. We connect them to other resources in Macon because there's so many things available in Macon, but people just don't know. And so we connect them to those things, providing food, providing events for the kids and things of that nature. And I know you were talking about actually farming. We've been kind of looking at some options this summer. We're in the process of doing some drop-in summer camps. And so where kids will be able to have an opportunity where we'll provide bridging the gap tutoring services where they'll get weekly, math sheets, ELA sheets, and somebody will be able to grade those for them and get them back to them and talk to them on the phone. But we also have 5 different extracurricular activities that they can pick one of. One of those is actually urban farming because we have the Jefferson Long Park across the street, and GDOT and Mr. Peter Givens have plots there. So we're going to have the kids actually farming. And that farming, that produce will go to our seniors in the community. And so they'll also have the opportunity to do photography, website design, or music. And so that's something that we're getting together right now for, and that's not just for Pleasant Hill, that's for the community at large. So we'll have that information out shortly, but we definitely, the food desert in our areas is heartbreaking. And so I do agree that, getting that information to our youth so they understand how to farm, how to be sustainable is really important. Another thing that we're doing, we'll have a back to school event before school starts, whether it's going to be virtual or not, the kids will need the supplies. So we're going to be working with LH Williams Community Center, Parks and Recs to have that done as well. So it's just a lot. So to talk about what we're trying to do to immortalize this great man, this Little Richard, that was brought up right here in Macon, Georgia, in Pleasant Hill on Fifth Avenue. We want to do a statue in a remembrance of him. And the statue is actually going to show him playing the piano. It's going to be right there next to the house. And we're going to do a replica of his star. Now, as many may know, a statue is not a easy feat. It's about a $60,000 project. But we've partnered with the Community Foundation of Central Georgia. And we ask everyone to go to their site to just help us in this endeavor. Our goal is to open that up and an interactive exhibit by December 5th, which is the official Little Richard Day here in Macon, Georgia, thanks to Mayor Rickard. And so that's going to be his birthday, and it's on a Saturday, and we're planning on doing an unveiling on that day.
Wow. So you plan to have the statue ready by...
Our goal is to have the statue ready by December 5th. If not, we'll at least have the beginnings of it, but we'll definitely have the new interactive exhibit along with other artifacts unveiled on December 5th.
I am so happy that we have you on this show. because I thought I knew something. I just found out I don't know, like we used to say when we were kids, you don't know dooley squat, because it's just absolutely amazing, all of the programs and initiatives. And one of the problems I have, Tedra, is that, there are so many resources available in our community. You just mentioned 5 or more that are phenomenally important. Sometimes we sit back and we talk about all the negativity as it relates to our kids. And I think it's incumbent upon us as citizens, as senior citizens, not you but me, and as those of us who are really concerned about the community, to familiarize ourselves with all of these programs that are available for our children, the neighborhood kids, our nieces and nephews, and everybody else who needs it. And this would be a mechanism to move our kids and our community in the right direction and to fight crime and things of that nature.
Exactly.
Now, what you are doing now, talk about the MBCEEA or whatever that is. I mean, what is that as it relates to the initiatives in Pleasant Hill?
Yes. So Macon-Bibb County Community Enhancement Authority, I'm the director of that entity, of that agency. And so that agency was actually given the contract with the city to run the Little Richard House. So we manage that facility, we staff it. And we also run the Jefferson Long Park and Linear Park, which are also in Pleasant Hill. Those are all parks that were created during GDOT's mitigation plan. And we're very intentional in staffing those things. All of those, when we got those contracts with the city, we ensured that when we staffed them, that we worked with local minority individuals to staff. So the landscaper for those is a local minority landscaper who also hires young people who are looking for jobs to do that. And even in the Little Richard House, we try to make sure that we're intentional, because we always want to make it a workforce opportunity for people to learn more. So the CEA, in addition, we are in the process of phase 2 of our plan with GDOT, which is the construction of 17 homes in Pleasant Hill.
How many?
17 residential homes.
Wow.
And that project is actually underway now. We've selected 3 contractors who are going to work in those and work there. We're just waiting to finalize that with them. And so with those, all 3 of those contractors are minority contractors. And they submitted their bids, and we were able to choose all 3 of them to work on this project. And we're looking for them to reach out to other subcontractors to, kind of fulfill that. And so with those 17 houses, we're bridging in, and this kind of talks about my nonprofit, Mosaic Development. And so with this project, we wanted to make it not just that we're building houses in Pleasant Hill. First, we have a home ownership program for people who don't think they can buy a home. We want them to reach out to us. We want to get them qualified. Even if it's going to take you 6, 7, 8 months, we want to help you. We partner with a bank that wants to help you buy a house in this area, a new home. Mosaic Development, we have an apprenticeship program. It's 23 gentlemen. We started with about 30, but over the course of time, as we went through our safety program with Central Georgia Tech, we have about 23 now, and they're back in their construction classes as of Monday. Thankfully,
now they're in construction classes. They are in construction.
They're in construction courses with Central Georgia Technical College, an individualized program that they made just for us. And so it's 5 weeks, and they'll have their construction certification after that 5 weeks, and we'll be hiring them on with the contractors to build these houses. Wow. And so each of these gentlemen will leave with certification, job experience, and we'll be working with these contractors. And so we're thankful for United Way and the Community Foundation of Central Georgia for assisting us with several projects. On the table, we're getting tools to all of them, allowing us to also be able to deliver food to the community every week. So we just want to let people know, if you know anybody out there that needs food delivered to their home every Friday, please call us, 478-305-7463. Or just go to our Facebook page, themosaicdevelopment.com. But if you drive through Pleasant Hill in about a week, you'll see the signs up showing each of the houses. They'll have a rendering, a sign in front of each lot, showing you a picture of that house and a phone number on there for you to call to get either pre-qualified or talk to us about it. And we urge the Macon community, we urge our community, come out, call us. Don't just think you can't afford these houses. Call us.
So these houses are going to be for sale.
They're for sale, but we're
the
also
community?
looking at lease option purchases for people if we need to. We're willing to, we want to work with people. We want to make, we're trying to do a model where it's like, it's a mixed income. Like you said, there was doctors and teachers and professors who are living here, and that's what we want, but we want it to be a mix because I believe that when a young person, a 13, 14-year-old is walking down his neighborhood and he can wave at a doctor, he can wave at a police officer that lives in his neighborhood, that does something for him or for her. So we want it to be a mixed income community and want people to feel that we're working with the mayor, we're working with the sheriff, we're working with Habitat for Humanity and different individuals to make this what the community remembers it being 50 years ago.
Wow, it was just, I remember they even had a little, I won't call it a club, but they had I forgot the street, but I used to go over there and it was a cafe, I guess, over in Pleasant Hill. And we used to walk over there and Booker T. Washington Center.
Oh, yes.
You know, I used to go over there and dance. And so it was just absolutely phenomenal. Now talk a little bit, you know, you talked about the programs, but kind of talk to the community about why they should come, what they will gain by coming to the Little Richard House.
Yes. So one thing that we want to make sure is that you're coming in to see history. You know, so many times, you know, we're going all over the world, we're looking on TV at different historical figures, but we have a piece of history right here. This is a national figure. We want you to come in, we want you to see what other people, and it's so funny to me that we've had more people from outside of Macon come to see what's right here in Macon. We want you to come, we want you to bring your kids. Let them see what they have, what they can accomplish. And not only just seeing the history of Little Richard, but also we have a room that shows the history of Pleasant Hill, to see the colleges that was right there, to see the hospitals that were right there. And this is for all nationalities, not just for our Black community. This is for our white community, our Hispanic community, our Asian community. This is for everyone. We want you to, it's just like if you were living in DC and you wanted to go see the Smithsonian. You want to go in there and you want to just be part of history. So we want you to come. And we also want to have that, we want to make sure people are coming because we want to make sure that facility stays open. So we want to make sure that we're having the foot traffic coming in. We're having people talking about the experiences that they've had, because we want to make sure that staple stays there.
Yeah, well now what are the hours? What is the visitation process for people to come?
Yes, so
good question.
So the number to the house is 478-305-7055. The website is lrhouse416.com. So if a large group wanted to go and book a tour, they can go on there directly. Right now, due to COVID, our temporary shortened hours are 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. But starting July 1st, we'll be back to our regular hours of 9 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday. We also will be starting a Black History Tour, which will start at the Little Richard House, but it'll go all over Macon. And we're also partnering with Historic Macon and other entities with that. So we want you to just give us a call. Those are the hours currently. And the staff, they're trained, they're helpful. They're so grateful when people come by and they love to engage. So we just want to make sure that we're inviting everyone out. And again, we're on 416 Craft Street in Macon, Georgia. Right across the street from Fountain Car Wash and Buzzell right there on the corner after you get off the interstate.
416 Craft Street,
yes.
Craft, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Well, I want to end. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Haversham, interviewing a phenomenal young lady in the person of Miss Tedra Huston, who's the director of the Little Richard House, amongst other things, in Pleasant Hill. And let me tell you something, Tedra. This information is nothing short of phenomenal. And I want those of you who are viewing this, I want you to share it with everybody you know, because it's important. Now we've had a museum or a historical entity that closed in Macon, Georgia. The Music Hall of Fame, no pun intended, with the Music Hall of Fame and
Yes.
Little Richard, it closed.
Yes.
Well, we want to be certain that it remains open. And most importantly, we want to be certain that young people and senior citizens and millennials and everybody else go to the Little Richard House, take the tour, learn more about it, recommend it, and do all you can individually to make sure that we support Tedra and Pleasant Hill and the Little Richard House. Now, I heard you kind of go through the community foundation and talk about the support that you need.
Yes.
Emphasize not only as it relates to monetary support, how can the community support what you're doing?
Yes, thank you so much for bringing that back up. So on the Community Foundations page and on our Facebook, Little Richard House Resource Center Facebook page, we have the link for donations for the replica of this, for the statue and the replica of the star. Again, that's a $60,000 project, and it's imperative that we bring it here to Macon, on the next to the house that he was raised in, and it's going to bring great and we're already having tourism, but it's going to bring great tourism to the area as well. We ask that you go in and, if you can give any kind of donation, we would greatly appreciate it. Everything counts, but even more so, we ask that you share that. Share it on your social media platforms, share it with, your followers, and just keep that message going. We're feeling very confident. We thank so much for the people who are already donating, and we're reaching out to different businesses and different entities all over. And so if you all have any other suggestions of people who may be interested that we may not know of, please reach out to me. My direct number is 478-241-0440, or you can email me at Tedra, Tedra, H as in house, at mbccea.com. I'm always interested in any suggestions, thoughts, comments, but we are excited to make sure that this happens.
Yeah. And so what about the visitation? You mentioned, because oftentimes you got youth groups and individuals and senior groups who are looking for something to do. Talk about, how they can bring the group out there. Matter of fact, it might be a tomato growing in the garden or something. Talk about the group element of the house.
Yes, and so right now we're looking at, as groups come in, make sure you go online to book them so we can have it properly prepared for you. But we are always looking for, if groups want to come in to tour, but also if there's a group that wants to help volunteer, whether it's with the farming aspect of it, whether it's with the food delivery, whether we're actually looking at some even students to help us with some historical research. And so we are actively looking for volunteers and different groups and entities to come out and assist us in every aspect of that.
Well, thank you so much. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham, having interviewed. Give that website again, Tedra. Give the website again.
Yes.
So people can learn more about what you're doing.
Yes. The website for the Little Richard House is LRHouse, LRHOUSE416.com. Or if you want to go to the Community Enhancement Authority website, which will link all of it, is www.mbccea.com. And that'll give you a link to all of the initiatives.
And the phone number once again.
The phone number is 478-305-7463 or 478-241-0440.
Thank you so much. Well, let me congratulate you again, young lady.
Thank you.
On doing such a phenomenal job. And let me encourage the community that we need to support this. Little Richard was a phenomenal personality. And I remember looking at a clip, he said, "Shut up." I think he was on the Arsenio Hall show.
Yep.
This was years ago.
Yes.
But, and then, let's not let it continue. that we got more people from out of town, that we got more people from Sweden coming to visit the Little Richard House in Macon, Georgia. So make it your business to attend. You can go to their website and find out more information. You can call Miss Huston, as she said, but let's support that. And sometime in the near future, we need to talk about that urban agriculture thing.
Please do.
You know,
Please
because
do.
I would like to maybe do another show on that and become just on that, because I think it's extremely important to the community.
And then even also with Andrea Cook, because she's doing the co-op, and so we've been working together as well. So definitely,
we need to hook up with you and her and
yes,
do whatever we need to do to give that the proper kind of publicity. Thank you so much, Tedra.
Thank you.
Congratulations on an outstanding job, and keep up the good work. And I encourage the community to support the Little Richard House and Miss Huston and the other efforts that are going on in Pleasant Hill. Don't just stand there, do something.
Exactly.
And if you're not a part of the solution, you are a part of the problem. Don't be a part of the problem. Help out and do something. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham, having interviewed Ms. Tedra Huston, the Executive Director of the Little Richard House.
Peace and blessings. Welcome to the Little Richard Resource Center. This is a special new asset, an exciting new adventure for Macon-Bibb County, and especially for the Pleasant Hill neighborhood that is here to serve you. The Little Richard Resource Center is located at 416 Craft Street, across from Jefferson Long Park. It is a special facility, number one, to honor and educate people about the life of rock and roll legend, architect, Little Richard Penniman, who came from Pleasant Hill, walked the streets of this neighborhood, and got his early training right here in Macon, Georgia, and came from Macon, Georgia to touch the world and to shock and rock the world with his genius music and creativity. Secondly, we are here to educate the community about the history and heritage of Pleasant Hill, which is a place of great achievers and institutions that really exceeds most in our entire country. A place that should really be remembered and honored. And right here in Macon, Georgia, we have something greatly to be proud of. And thirdly, we are here to serve you, the people, to serve the community with all types of programs that will better and improve our lives. Information to enhance our health, literacy, also information to help us be a better neighborhood and a better Macon. So we invite you now to explore voices, special people that will take you deeper into the legacy of the Little Richard Resource Center. Thank you for being here.